Hello everybody, my name is Dan Brown, and I'm doing another episode of Let's Hike. Today I'm going to be doing the Red Circle Trail. It's sort of in the middle of Sleeping Giant, and it runs from Tuttle Road to Carmel Ave. Alright, so let's begin. This section of trail has been closed. This short section of trail has been closed because of erosion and safety concerns. Please use the new Blaze Trail, and thank you for helping to protect and preserve the environmental quality of the Sleeping Giant. So yeah, there's the old trail, and you can see that it's kind of eroded over the edge of the hill there. And the new trail kind of goes up that way. Just thought that might be interesting to show you. I can actually see another one of these further off into the distance. Much of this red circle trail runs along a kind of a steep cliff. I guess it's not too steep, but it's difficult to walk on. One interesting story about this trail is that, well, a long time ago I used to go up go on the Blue Trail, and I'd stop at the tower and I'd just sit there and I'd make a fire in the fireplace, and I'd just stay there, and sometimes it would get dark, and I wouldn't even care. I'd just sit there until after dark. And then I'd walk down on the Tower Trail in the darkness, because it was the Tower Trail is like it's just a gravelly road, so you didn't really have to worry as much about tripping over anything. And so I would do that for a while, and then one day I came back to the parking lot, and it seemed like the police or the rangers started cracking down on people who would stay in the park after dark. And so, like, a couple of times the police were just waiting there and just kind of like, they'd shout out like, "Let's go," and like, they seemed like they were really annoyed. And like one time I came down after darkness, and there weren't any police, but they just locked the gate, so my car was locked into the park, and I was like, oh no, how am I going to get out of here? So I kind of got in my car and I was driving around, and I drove into the ranger area, and I found an alternative way out, the way the rangers come in and out. So when my car got out that way. And so one day I parked up on in the parking lot that I started this video at, kind of on the north end of the park, and I was thinking, well, I guess I could go up the red trail and take an aside to the Blue Trail and go up to the tower, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just like old times, I'm gonna make a fire in the fireplace. And so I sat there and I was just kind of hanging out, and then it started to get dark, and I was thinking, well, nobody's gonna lock my car up. Nobody's gonna lock my car in because they can't lock that parking lot area up. So I just kind of went. So I was like, you know what, I can take my time. But I didn't really consider that this trail is so rocky and windy, and and kind of swampy in some places. So I started walking back in the dark, and I was like, this was kind of a stupid idea. So I had to walk in the dark, and I climbed down all these rocks, and I couldn't see the trail at all, because it was just pitch black. And so I just kind of was listening to the river, and the trail follows the river. So I was just walking and listening, and then I was just kind of like slowly making my way back. But it was kind of a grueling trip, and I guess it was a pretty stupid thing for me to have done. But my camera is about to be blown into the river from the wind, so I'm gonna end it. So right now I'm about halfway through, probably right in the middle of the Red Circle Trail, and this is where the Red Circle Trail meets the Blue Trail, and right up behind me is the hill where you start to where the Blue Trail goes up and heads toward the tower. So when I was telling that story earlier, this is where you branch off and go up to the tower. And in the summertime, it's very swampy here, and there are a lot of mosquitoes, and it's not always very nice. It can be very hot and muggy. But anyway, I don't know if you can tell from the shot behind me, but it's really cloudy, and I'm starting to feel some raindrops. So I think I'm going to end it here and continue another time. Maybe I'll go a little bit further. If I do, I'll record it, but I think I'm going to start heading back because I'm feeling raindrops. So if I don't continue, this has been Let's Hike 1/2 of the Red Circle Trail, and thanks for coming along with me. Bye.